Alrighty. Good afternoon. My my internet was somebody crashed into something and made an outage. My ISP had an outage. So yeah, I missed some things. I'm aware. I missed some things, but hey, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about this. Look at this. Give this a look. See. All right. All right. Maybe I'll get in trouble. Maybe I'll get strucken down for, I don't know. We're gonna see what this format does. I'm gonna just kind of peruse through things I like, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. This looks really cool. It's a cool video. Something I would like to try one day. I don't know what they're saying, so I should probably turn on subtitles. Oh, nice, nice. Let's turn those settings up a little bit more too, right? At least 720. Yeah.
Что нас там может ожидать, мы абсолютно не знаем. Погода нас продолжает.
You see that? You see that? What other country? Okay, we're not gonna. It's not just because it's Russian. Okay, what? Um, it's such an interesting sport to me. Like, okay, like a lot of people they look at guns, precision shooting and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm a bad cowboy, man. I'm so cool. And then there's some people that are like, I like guns for self-defense, right? Like I want to protect myself in case somebody tries to rob me, whatever. And then there's like hunter, and there's a lot of sports around it, right? So like, and then in no sense, a rifle is something that I look at. It's like I just want to clarify guns, hostile manner. I find them very interesting. Okay, so that's why uh, I circumvent myself around guns. Not circumvent, circulate myself around guns a lot. Okay, like it's cool. But look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this. Springs, man, springs. I want to try this. This looks so fucking fun.
Погода нас продолжает радовать.
What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so this is something I have tried. Okay, this right here. This right here. I didn't do it necessarily the same way. I was just kind of so right. This is my buddy's like absolutely garbage truck. All right. He used to open the hood to start it up. It's not really good, but he had Quikrete in the back, and I placed the Quikrete right here, and I also like placed two bags, kind of like there was a lot of Quikrete. It was for the winter time, kind of like this, and like his solution to kind of keeping his car a little bit heavier in the rear, his truck a little bit heavy in the rear was not sandbags, it was Quikrete. But I digress. We had a 2x2 stack right back here, and I tried something similar. I gotta say, so fun, so fun. It's like a lot harder than you think, and especially like this is just snow terrain, so it's obviously you got different factors like how cold it is right here and this ice right here, like you can maybe slip, so maybe it's a little harder. I leveraged the back of my heel on this 2x2 like stack I had, so it made me very steady, but even then it was really hard, and you can kind of see I didn't have this, like they have like bags, I'm still getting into it. I'm still trying to learn what all the nomenclature is around this because like precision shooting isn't something that I've been into until like more recently. But I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. Like you have your holdovers, your dope. Um, like there's a million different factors from my understanding on how to get like exactly where you're pointing. But this is really interesting to me. So we're streaming it. All right, we're streaming it. But this whole thing in the winter presents its own challenges. And it looks fun as fuck. You see where that landed? You see where that? You see where that landed? Okay. Hold on. I'm ready to go back. You can watch it.
Раньше была техника, когда стрелок сопровождает.
Damn. Okay. Shit. Right there. It hit right up here. So this is a moving target. Okay, at the minimum, 500 meters. Okay, moving. And he's hitting it in the upper, his right, our left quadrant of the head. It's like, damn, bro. Damn.
Раньше была техника, когда стрелок сопровождает цель. И это, в принципе, правильная техника, классическая, но гораздо эффективнее все-таки ожидать в нужном месте сетки свою мишень и вовремя нажимать на спуск.
It's crazy. I've been a very, like, what's the word? I've been very oriented with, like, traditional sports shooting, like carbine shooting and pistol shooting. And, I've took some classes. I want to go to Clash Bash eventually one day. And, hey, like, fuck. This is just blowing my mind. So you can literally, like, watch the projectile. It's great. It's like you can watch it go down range. Crazy.
И вовремя нажимать на спуск. Пошла.
Right there. Fuck, man. Fuck.
Потеплело, минус 14. Ну, пошел.
Okay, negative 14 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but that's cold. That's cold.
Снег. Тоже приятного мало. Для чего вообще вот эти все нестандартные упражнения? Такие цепи, пружины. Готовимся на чемпионат мира. И что нас там может ожидать, мы абсолютно не знаем. Поэтому стрелки должны быть и психологически, и физически готовы ко всем неожиданностям. Потому что, насколько мы видим, мы отслеживаем отчеты турниров иностранных организаций.
Look at this. This is the way that shooting should be. So the thing is, with any sort of competition, it should be really challenging your brain in multiple facets, right? Like, it should be something you don't expect. Like, I guess I can't really set the parameters for a sport I've never tried, but I really love to try it, and I really admire how these guys specifically are shooting out of tubs. Shooting in awkward angles, like on a tire where you can't necessarily stand even on anything but the ball of your foot, at an angled ladder, off of an angled ladder, through straps. So straps are used in, like, helicopter sort of guys, like dangle straps. I mean, we'll turn that on too, just to see, so I can kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. But, like, I know the strap methodology, like, it works. It's something that actually people do, and it's a lot of helicopters, but, like, it just seems so interesting to take part in a sport that constantly breaks your brain, challenges your brain, so really
Там
fun. Really
тоже
fun.
полет фантазии как бы огромный. Слева? Хорошая обстановка, дружеская, хорошее упражнение, потому что очень много используется инвентаря всякого разного. Обязательно будем приезжать сюда, потому что возможности на такие дистанции стрелять их не так много, и такие редкие их нужно обязательно использовать. Приезжайте к нам в Сибирь, великолепная погода, минус 23 градуса, и можно вот только благодаря русским рукавицам выживать в таких условиях.
So, like Finland, Denmark, Russia, anywhere that's very cold, they're going to typically have the upper hand in any sort of cold weather environment, right? Because they live there, right? Like we just can't touch them. We just can't touch them. So those guys especially are very dangerous. I'm gonna throw up those straps and then we'll address some things. I wonder if I can find it. I wonder if I can find it. Okay. All right. All right. And we're gonna just do this real fast, and then we'll address the shit. The shit. Um. Here we go. Here we go. So these look like M110 sasses, but like, this is just our I don't know how long ago this was, but this looks just like fuck. Hold on, hold on. How long ago was this? 3 months ago. 3 months. 3 months. So very cool. Very cool.
And welcome back to the Fluctus channel. One of the earliest uses of snipers was during the American Revolutionary War.
So let's take a pause here. This is what I'm talking about. Here's a real application. All right. You see this here? These straps form sort of like a positive and minus, like you're pulling as the straps are pushing forward. That's an interesting ideology in itself because it sort of creates a stable surface to pop off at. And it's kind of interesting to me, like, especially in competitions like I just showed you, like, whoa, whoa. Like, things that seem sort of awkward and weird to start with end up being pretty interesting. Because they can apply later on.
Both the American and British sides use snipers to take out officers or other vital targets. The U.S. Department of Defense, or DoD, holds Operation Black Dart annually for 2 weeks to test and assess counter-unmanned aerial system technologies. Participants from all DoD branches, as well as from business and academia, are welcome to attend the event, which is held at Naval Air Station Point Mugu in California. This exercise has additionally aided to use it against you.
Okay, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Very, very cool.
UAV target.
Like, the point being, like, things that might look awkward and weird, especially in the sport of precision rifle shooting, can apply and does apply to real life things. So, like, it just seems like the ultimate sport, like, it seems really cool. Okay, so addressing some things. Subhuman Polak posted a stream, and that contains some interesting content, but like he took it down. He took it down. So you're very I don't know. I guess it's a sign of weakness from you, Julius. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you're very and I'm gonna be careful with this, kind and loving. Man, I just adore her. Mother. Might have convinced you to take it down. Okay. Good on her. Good on her. And real fast. SHP's mother, I don't know your name, but if you're out there somewhere and you see this message, I would love to take you out to a steakhouse in Copenhagen and I would absolutely love to have a night on the town with you. I'm very strapping bachelor. Yeah, I know he has. I know he has. I know he has, Zach. He's been a very naughty, naughty boy. Hold on, let me get some water. He has been, and I don't want to. Well, I have to say, like, I don't take interest in his mother because of him, and my subtle want to become his stepdad and shut him up. I take interest in his mother because I adore her. I think she's a beautiful woman, and I think that um, she could really benefit from at least a date with me. Let's say that, at least a date with me. Will it happen? Who knows? Who knows? But I do have a passport, and I do have a little bit of I'm not gonna speak on it, but I could get out there. Well, let's say that. So very cool, very cool. Um, but hey, there's that. It does sound like a good idea. It sounds like a great idea. And now I'm just gonna look up like if there's any good vineyards, fucking English. Copenhagen vineyards. Fuck. Let's see. Um, hey, uh, well, it looks like there's one in Friedrichsburg, which doesn't seem super far away. So yeah, that would be preferable, right? That would be preferable. So if that offer ever gets thrown out there, like, you know, I'm all for it. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna. Where is it? We're gonna go ahead and you know, I kind of SHP is a little dick. Definitely needs a spanking from time to time. But I gotta say, like, we're gonna go back to kind of yesterday's topic, like the contrast of Cyrax. Like, he is a good dancer, and I gotta say, look at this. Look at how talented he is. Yeah, yeah. I think if he did more of this on live stream, he went outside and did this, mixed with exactly. You're right on target, Zach. You're right on target. Look at that. He's got the style too. Look at the hat flipping. He knows he's smiling. This is where like part of Julius's character, his act, or whatever he's doing here, could really blend into a stream. Like if he did this, if he had like a if he had like a monopod or a bipod and you could set it up out of like the perspective, like the thing is Julius, like, he's sort of a public entertainer in a way. And if he set that up on like a perch or I don't know, like a wall, like the last couple streams we've gotten from him, it's been like, oh guys, I got to charge my phone, guys. Oh fuck, guys, I'm not gonna do anything. Or it'll be like, him drinking, and those are great streams too. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it'd be funny, like the way he speaks, especially when he's extremely drunk, mixed in with this. Like imagine it, imagine it. You fucking bitch boy, look at me dance on you. I'll fuck your mom, Uncle Baron. I'll fuck your mom, Uncle Baron. I'll kill you and your family, Uncle Baron. And he's dancing. Now that is some entertainment, some quality entertainment, quite frankly. Quality. He's got the pizzazz. He's got the style. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. And you see, like, I appreciate this way more than I appreciate him back talking his beautiful, let me not stress it enough, beautiful mother, beautiful mother. And that's, yeah, yeah, exactly. A nice hybrid. Like he, and it's another reason why I want to be in the picture. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like he would not speak to his mother the way he speaks if I was a room away. If I was a room away. Um, he would also be forced outside a lot more with me in the picture because his mother would kick him out. She'd be busy, she'd be busy, and he's a 27-year-old. He needs to really get a job. Like, I actually think that he can make a real career off of, public live streaming. I just think that someone needs to be at home, like forcing him out. And his mother's clearly like sort of afraid of him. We see that time and time again in the past where he's screaming, "Fuck you, mom!" Like, get the fuck out. Baron's a bitch. Like, he hates me because he knows I'm gonna be in the picture one day. He hates me because he knows I'm gonna be. We're not gonna jump to we're not gonna jump to conclusions, but I know. So like, this is why I like her. She doesn't give up on her son. Like, it's I understand like maybe his development is partly her fault, right? Like, there's a lot to having a child like Julius, right? Like, let's think about this. Like, Julius didn't come up out of nowhere, right? I think a lot of it comes from like the absence of a father, truly. And I think no matter how great the mother, like, you need a father in the picture. Otherwise, you get a Julius. Otherwise, you get a Julius, or you get something way worse. So it's a toss up how he would have developed with his father in the picture, but who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? Um, that's very sad, and I would be more than willing to provide something a little bit past just his mother screaming at him and him being very, yeah, it is a toss up. It's a toss. So, man, fuck. Like, would he have developed better with, maybe, like, let's say if the father was abusive in that case? Like, there's a million different outcomes that Julius could have been. And it's crazy to think too, because like Julius could have been a doctor, he could have gone to university and studied and been an engineer or something like beneficial to this world. But he's this. You see, this is his contribution to the world, truly. And like, at least it's something. At least it's something. Like, there's something there. Uh, Me personally, I just want him at the house because, like, I just adore his mom. So I spoke to Meowie, one of his best friends, and I tried to get the message across. Meowie's a great friend, okay? Meowie's an awesome guy, and I invited him to be up on any of the streams he wants. I mean, I don't have any viewers. I told him I'd like to keep a very small community of one person per stream, but like. I tried to get the message across. I'm assuming my Telegram went into his kingdom. The server has banned me. He blocked me. There's no facets of communication to him, um, which did sort of come a little underhanded. It did come a little underhanded. Out of nowhere, I was sort of just blocked. And I contribute that to his fake girlfriend, Tanya. A lot of that, especially because, Tanya is a troll herself, and like, I'm not sure what she's doing. Man, I will tell you what she's doing mostly though. She's eating. She's eating. But sh- shit, man. I feel bad for his mom. I think even the day before yesterday, I'm not sure if he's taken down that stream or not, but I know I do. I know I do. And I'm not even big. Like, I'm just a guy. Like, I'm just a fella. I'm just a fella. Like, he said I licked his asshole. Okay, okay. You know what? I'll concede that. If I did lick his asshole, I'll concede that. You know why I'll concede licking his asshole? Because now he's admitted that another man has licked his asshole and he hates gays. So I'll concede that. Sure. I fucking spread. I remember him saying it. Barrett, you licked my fucking asshole and pretended to be my friend. You know, like, okay, so fine, I did. I licked your asshole. Now, what does that make you, SHP? What does that make you? Does that make you straight? Or did you allow another man to, first of all, come in your, not come in your mouth, other way around, you came in another man's mouth. Second of all, another man licked your asshole now too? Man, that seems gay to me. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Whoops. Oh shit. So like, we'll see what comes of him. These other streams are really obnoxious. Like, I think the person that, yeah, all things considered, I'm just a guy that's blocked on his Discord essentially, and like, I don't know. I just came on here because I don't have any other facet to communicate with him, and I know like from time to time he will look at me, and that's the whole reason any of this exists is because like just that little glimpse of hope that maybe he'll come on a stream and be like, "Oh my God, this fucking bitch Baron's talking about me, nine drag gangsta blood, nigga. I'm gonna kill him." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole reason any of that exists. Any of this exists. But like, okay, like let's look at what he's been doing recently. Okay, it's already kind of got streamed. I'm just gonna skip ahead because you're really not missing much with any of these like mukbang videos. Like they're very boring. Get a load of this false king dining on some poop. Yeah, you see, like I'm already. I mean, I'm assuming that you know my comment, "Get a load of this false king dining on some poop," did not become public. But if it did, that's some good chicanery. Uh,
You gotta use logic and mathematics and statistics.
we're
Most
just
of
gonna
y'all
watch.
that
We're going right
watch
in the
me are
middle.
from the Western world. Most people in the Western world, they live till they're like 65, 74, you know. So chances are that you're gonna live until at least your 50s or at the very least your 40s. And I know whoever's watching me out there, chances are you're in your 20s.
That's true.
So you got time, bro. Like, look at me, guys. Look where I was 2 months ago. I was all fucked up.
Look at me, guys. 2 months ago, I was a nobody. 2 months later, I'm still a nobody, but I'm eating food now, guys.
I was drinking like crazy. I hated myself. I hated life. I was drugging. I looked like a dead person. I was.
Okay, so why does he need a knife? Okay, we already covered this, but why does the guy need a knife to eat lasagna? You see what I'm saying? Like whatever this is here might need a knife. The lasagna doesn't need a knife. Is he too dumb to like just use the fork? You don't need to leverage the knife against the fork. You can just spike the fork into the lasagna. Like it does he so he's such a failure, he even fails to eat food correctly. Am I crazy here? Like, okay, man, another thing, all right? Like he talks about all right, he talks about this. He talks about this. I need money. What did you buy before you needed money? Okay, what did you buy before you were asking for money because you're starving on these discords that I was in, but now I'm banned in some fucking toe sucking Discord kingdom garbage. Tanya's the queen, I guess, but really it's more like Jabba the Hutt, and he's the little like rodent that like sits next to Jabba that goes, ah! You know what I'm talking about? Like before all that, he would be like, I need money, I'm starving. The day before that, you'd look into it and it'd be like, why do you need money? Why are you starving? Well, because you just bought like what was it, like $1,000 Hugo Boss jacket or however expensive it was, right? Like you're spending all the money the government gives you on designer clothing, and at the same time, you say how much you hate gays. Well, I can't think of a more homosexual man thing to do than to spend all your money on designer clothing. Like, is that not crazy? Like, is that not a crazy comparison? Like, he's totally gay. And if he's not gay, well, fine, but he's Jewish, So see, something is being hidden here. Something is behind the scenes that he doesn't want to say. Yeah, 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 yeah. And like a lot of people will be like, I don't know. I don't know if you're into like the whole Leslie Crystal situation, but like, I mean, I know that they're like literal retards, right? But it relates a lot to like poor people in general. They'll buy like a pretty large amount of food. Yeah, yeah, like a large amount of food. Whenever they get money, they'll spend a lot on like what's the word, like very, very extremely deteriorative assets. Okay, that's food, right? Like food deteriorates faster than anything I know of. But they'll spend a large amount of money, and especially like a large percentage of their money or their paycheck or their government, neat bucks on exorbitant things because they know that they won't get it for a very long time. But in SHP's case, what he'll do is he'll spend it on Hugo Boss, bash gays, and then he himself will be like, I'm starving now because I bought something that a gay man would buy with my neat bucks. Like, okay, all right, but you're hiding something. There's a closet that you need to emerge from. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Getting fatter and fatter. I did not get any sleep. My liver was hurting. I just hated the universe. And
Okay, there you go. There you go. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So this steak here, he is using the he is using the knife on the steak. Wow.
I wanted to just be
But I don't know if you hear that. It sounds like a knife like against a strobe. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like he's cutting into leather. He burned the shit out of that steak.
gone from this existence. But look at me now, actively bettering myself.
Okay, actually I don't agree with this statement. Like he is bettering himself because if we'll just examine his physique right now, okay? He's what you call skinny fat, all right? It's very, very narrow. Like if he doesn't, and part of me like wants him to continue eating meals like this because at least at least he'll put on some weight, Like he needs to put on a little bit of weight. Like he's 5'7", probably like 160 maximum. I would guess more like 140. He's like his I don't. He's tiny, man. He's skinny, fat, and he's tiny, and he needs to be. Even if he's cooking like straight up leather, even if he's cooking like well done, this is past well done to burnt, basically, steak or whatever this is. Fine, have him do it because at least he's piling something other than stolen wine, stolen Smirnoff, sometimes like he said, sometimes if the cashier looks scary to him or they'll say something to him, thieving from them, like he will pay for it. But nonetheless, it was just alcohol before this. It was just alcohol before this. So this is good. I don't know why like he needs to stream it. I guess I don't understand this whole mukbang thing. Kai suggested he should do mukbangs, and I was just like, God damn it, he's totally gonna do mukbangs because he's a fucking moron. But part of it is bettering him, but he's just not understanding like where the betterment is. Like his diet is improving because he's eating more. Because if you look at his frame, he's not filling out his frame. Like it's just not happening. Man, I kind of feel for him, but then like he's a little bastard too, so he deserves it. He deserves it all.
And see if somebody who was that far gone like me can move into a positive direction. So can you, because you guys know how far gone I was. I mean,
Okay, all right. look at this. I just gotta point it out. Like these little burnt bits here. I mean, maybe it's not super overcooked, but you can tell I burned it.
I literally thought that I couldn't be saved, but I was saved by the power of God.
Awesome.
God can
Not
save
no, but
anybody
awesome.
if you just let Him. You know?
Julius, I just gotta say, man. One day you'll maybe see this. If there is a God, he absolutely fucking hates you because you keep changing religions. You can't go from Muslim to Christian to Jewish to Muslim to Christian to Jew. It's religion is a belief. It is not a mood. It's not a mood. Um, but if you continue to think like that, I strongly recommend Buddhism. And if you believe in Buddhism, then you believe in reincarnation. And in that case, um, you should be a little bit more free with your interactions with strangers because even if you do go, the Buddhism will save you. yeah, yeah, yeah. The Buddhism will save you. So honestly, like I think you're a Buddhist at heart. You definitely have Jewish heritage. You deny it, Julius, but it's true. You have a Polish Jew grandmother, and that's fact. That's fact. So whenever Marty brings up like he's Jewish, he's totally right. Like his heritage is like Slavic Jewish. Like if you look in like Ukraine and you look in like some like so Marxism. I don't want to go into too many politics, but I strongly believe Marxism is extremely Bolshevik, and I part of me thinks a lot of Bolshevism comes from Orthodox Judaism, and part of me also thinks that a lot of people Slavic people in Ukraine and more specifically Odessa are extremely Jewish themselves. It's like a very large percentage of Jewish Odessa Ukrainian Slavs. So like we know from a lot of the places that are Slavic raised and with a lot of Polish escapee Jews from the Holocaust that like it's not even that far out of the realm of thought that he's probably got Jewish family.
You just gotta let God into your life and He will save you. Now, it's not gonna be easy, but it can be done.
Okay. So that looked I think maybe I've also been bamboozled here because you look here. Where is it?
Easy,
God, what am I doing with my fucking spare time, man? What am I doing with my spare time? I'm retarded. Okay, so look at this.
but it can be done.
That's red. This is red. So it looks to me as if like either we hear this leather sound because he's not applying enough pressure to the steak knife, or or he's just got like a very tough piece of meat. Maybe he didn't trim the fat off correctly. I don't know. I don't know, but it does sound like leather. Like I don't know.
Patience is key, brothers.
Also, it's
Patience is
steaming.
key.
It's steaming, bro. That's very hot.
You know?
It's okay though. He's never had like a real meal to save his life, like so he doesn't understand some of these things. I'm just sort of pointing out like this mukbang thing is more close to just like how like a regular dinner should be. Yeah, like his grandfather or his grandmother, like he's Jewish, like 110%. And if he refutes Judaism and continues to go out, yeah, like talking about Hamas, I mean, man, dude, like I think this one more Hamas stream and I'm gonna like seriously start to try to push this Buddhism thing and hopefully he'll be more confident outside because then he won't fear anything because at least he'll be reincarnated, like dude, it's ridiculous. And from what his mom was telling him, like it is and I can't confirm this either, right? But from what his mom was telling him, screaming past curfew, pro-Hamas, kill Jews, is illegal in Copenhagen. So we will see what happens with that. I sure hope he gets away from that, though. But I don't know. I think he's a real nincompoop, and I think he won't get away from it. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Is this generation today, man? Like, I was in this server.
Hold on.
I was in this server.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta bring this up, man. I have to bring this up. I'm getting comparisons all over this video.
No, I don't.
Blah, blah, blah.
Another thing I want to touch on.
Okay. We're gonna pause right here. All right. All right. And we're gonna open up a new tab. And you know, generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost. I don't know if it's up anymore. It's in my brain now, so I just gotta bring it up, and then we'll go back to it. Dang, that's long. Okay. We'll just do a little bit. We'll just do a little bit.
Girl Nikki from South Lawn lost her son, man. Our young generation is clearly lost, man. Clearly lost, man. Like I don't even know what to say no more, man. Like, you youngsters just going around just busting guns.
Okay, now listen to that. Now listen to this. Now listen to that. Now listen to this.
Is this generation today, man?
Okay, I had to.
I was in this server on Discord, right? And it was a bunch of Zoomer girls in that server. And I don't remember how we got to talk about this, but it was a lot of these women defending gold digging. Those of you that don't know what gold digging is
I just gotta say, this is all a complete lie. If he did speak to women, all right, good on him. But I just know that any of the women in his life, aside from his mother, are trolls trying to instigate violence with him and strangers. And there's simply no woman, even an e-girl, that would actually talk to him. And that's fact. That's absolute fact.
when woman is with men only for their money. And they were saying a man should provide.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, so there's like this. I just discovered him. His name is like Oreo Man, and I remember like a couple streams. I'm like, who's this black guy that like he keeps streaming, right? Like, who is it? Because he sounds extremely similar to the way SHP sounds when he's drunk and depressed and on his like doomer mode, right? Well, it's because he's like Cyrax. He's a little parrot, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's parroting other people. I just did that George Floyd thing because, whatever. I don't know, it just popped up in my head. I thought it was sort of funny, but he does parrot. Like, that's a real thing. Like, he doesn't think his own thoughts. He thinks he speaks vicariously through other people's thoughts.
It's nothing wrong with being a gold digger. And I'm just like, whoa, this generation, bro, take their fucking head, throw it out the window, bro.
So didn't Cyrax have like his own little "this generation sucks" phase? I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched enough Cyrax, but I don't really want to either. Like, SHP is already enough cancer in my brain. It's killing enough brain cells, But I know that Cyrax used to parrot people as well that like trashed on the younger generations. I just find it kind of funny. Like there's a lot similar between the two. Aside from like, Cyrax being a lot worse and a lot more deformed. He's deformed in his own right. But not near, it's not even comparable, right? It's hard. It's hard,
Brain
but
is
it's a
fucking
reach for sure.
fried up. They young ladies is starting to think that it's nothing wrong with just using a man for his money. Now, yes, a man should be that provider, but I think
Isn't that funny how he thinks the man should be the provider, but he has, like, to my understanding, never had a girlfriend. His mother's the provider for him. Okay, so a woman's a provider in his case, and the government provides everything other than what his mother provides for him. So he doesn't provide anything. He only consumes. He's essentially just an immigrant write-off in Denmark.
it's wrong if a young lady is with a man just because he is the provider. You're just with that's what gold digging is, that you don't care about the man, you're only with him for the material possessions he can give you. And these days women think it's okay. I don't think it's okay. I think it's horrible. Absolutely horrible and disgusting.
He is.
And these girls were saying it straight to my face, unapologetically. Literally. They were proud of defending gold diggism.
He's kind of like he's a sponge, and like a lot of his channels have like this anime picture. He thinks he's like an anime protagonist. I really truly believe that. Like he's essentially made like he's made himself the main character, and eventually it'll be a term. It's not right now. Main character protagonist syndrome, like that sort of deal. Like the idea that the world revolves around you, right? Like so he's streaming talking the girls, which that's just as delusional as Cyrax in my mind because he doesn't get no beaches. But aside from that, right? Like he's made this he's made this false reality that like women are out to get him aside from his own, but his own's actually the one out to get him, right? Like so stay away from Tanya, man. She's a snake.
They were literally telling me, yes, it's nothing wrong with gold digging. Yes, we are gold diggers. Yes, our men buy us stuff, and our
And I gotta say, this is a fake story he made up.
men like buying us stuff, and we don't care about that. It's nothing wrong with using a man for his money. Such ridiculous, vile, disgusting.
Disgusting. So he'll like virtue signal like a far lefty or something, right? At the same time, he'll scream how he wants to do the thing to random strangers, Like, so which side is it? Which side is it? Which side of the coin do you feel like today, Julius?
Arrogant young woman that we have today. I mean, it's sickening.
He's sick.
It's sickening.
Yep, there's some fat on there. There's some fat on there. You gotta cut it off, man. You gotta. There you go. There you go.
Very sickening.
He thinks I can't get any sort of like live stream out of his content. I absolutely will. I absolutely will. I will do it if he's doing these stupid mukbangs. I will do it if he's getting his ass beat by the pizza man. It does not matter to me. I exist so that he will suffer. No. But
Look at it like this. Women openly saying that they're only with their partner because they can get money out of him and material possessions is the same as if a man blatantly said in public and unapologetically said it's nothing wrong with being in a partnership with a woman just for sex. If you just want sex, stick to one night stands.
so, man, he's playing the long game with his fake girlfriend right now. Okay. He'll get stood up, and mark my words, there will be a lot more content. The moment that she either gets bullied off the internet and scared away, or just has enough of his shit and leaves him because even like she'll realize it's a lost cause with him. And we'll go back to non AA, Julius, like we had today and the day before. It'll be the same old spiel. All right, it'll be the same deal. So the content will come. Like Julius is, as much as I hate to say it, a lost cause. Quite frankly, the content will be afoot. Okay, Tanya is only a very okay large, large roadblock in the path. Yes, 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 yes. His girlfriend's fake. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I just don't want. I'm worried like Tanya has something even more diabolical planned than a lot of other people. And I mean, I got some diabolical stuff, but not super. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. No, I retract that statement. I don't want him to hurt himself. I do want him to produce content. I think the Pizza Man is kind of the peak of his content. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I think she's a roadblock for sure. Like, I'm not sure. Like, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I guess that's a fair point. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, so if there is a long con that is gonna be like I'm just like what you were saying earlier, like so this Christian shit, like this one chick that was absolutely disgusting, that kind of reminds me of Tanya, like just absolutely disgusting cretin, right? That was equal to or worse than Christian, right? Like what made him molest his mother? Like, is Tanya that sort of person? Is that something that we would see Tanya trying to do with Julius? Whereas, like, people like me just want to see him walking up to strangers and shaking them down and getting his ass beat maybe once or twice every month. And even in that case, he's way better off because a couple of bumps and bruises doesn't mean he molested his mom, right? Like, okay. On the other hand, if this is just the content she wants, what a selfish bitch, what a selfish bitch. Because she is standing in the way of a lot of tomfoolery and chicanery that needs to be had. Quite simply, needs to be had. It would be weird. It would be super weird, and I don't take it away from Julius. Like I, man, his mother is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, hey, I would not, man. I know that this guy is very addicted to what's the word? Less than Christian material, and there's a lot of step bro sort of shit popping up in the world now, and I think he's very dumb and impressionable, uh, persuadable, and I wouldn't take it away from him to do some Christian stuff, especially with someone as manipulative as Tanya in his ear. So if she is doing some crazy long con, I wouldn't, man, But on the other hand, so both situations stink, right? Both situations stink. She needs to get the fuck out of the picture. She's on the other half of the world in Australia, from what we understand. And still, that's not far away enough from us. You know what I'm saying? Still, that's not far away enough from us.
Go get a hooker. Get a fuck body. Imagine a man saying, "I'm only married with this woman for sex." That's the equivalent of these stupid, pathetic, foul, demonic bitches. In
Yeah, yeah. But like let's just be honest with ourselves. If he could just get a hooker like a night or every 2 nights, or he could find an e-girl on Tinder or some shit, right? He would not be complaining about these fake women that he's made up in this story that's also fake, right? It's actually him sort of just on his Sigma incel arc. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are the worst and they're disgusting and my woman's the best, even though she's trolling me and not real. Like, if the tables were on the other hand and you could get sex as much as you wanted, Julius, you would shut your fucking mouth and do it. But you can't because the girls around you hate you because you're ugly and you're skinny fat.
2023 that, and it's almost to be 2024, that blatantly will defend gold digging unapologetically. And this is the next generation. These women I spoke to, they were like 18, 19, 20.
And I keep pausing. It's very fucking annoying to watch. I'm absolutely certain of. Okay, I'm a bit of a rambler, but he's watching a lot of Andrew Tate and he's parroting a lot of Andrew Tate, and I think a lot of that comes from like some concrete evidence of that. I guess maybe not concrete, but like some wet concrete evidence. Okay, so it's a little malleable. Is the fact that he's turned Muslim recently, and then I guess now he's Christian, but who knows, right? Like tomorrow he can be Islam. I really like the Buddhist arc. I really do. You know, it's a good Buddhism, man. Do it, do it.
2021. I'm 27. And I got called, oh, you're old, you're a boomer. This is the dangerous times we're heading into, where it's going to be considered the norm for women to blatantly be gold diggers. And if you speak against it, if you dare to speak against it, it's going to be like, oh, okay, boomer. They're going to use that as an insult that you are older and they're younger.
What the fuck is this? Is how you know it's made up, right? Like, this is how you know this is a completely made up story. Nobody has told Julius, okay, boomer, ever. Nobody's ever called him that. He is like, he's confused. Is what he is.
Sad, man. It really is sad.
He's sad.
You know? I don't know what
he's never been told okay boomer in his life. Let's be honest. It's never happened.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
I know he's LARPing.
Sad.
He's LARPing as Andrew Tate. He'll never get a girlfriend ever. I just want him to be careful. I want to be careful with his mom. I want to beat him to his mother because I don't want that Christian stuff to happen.
Like, not only that, like, look. Another thing is that young Western women think it's cool to be a hoe. I was watching this video with a guy doing pranks where he touches.
Now, here comes the truth. I was watching this video. So that's story number two. That's story number two, where he was watching something and he was influenced. But at least this time he's honest, right? At least this time he's honest.
Woman that is on the escalator, he touches their face. And it was this one young bitch. And he touched her face, and she goes like, excuse me, you can only touch me if you're gonna buy me something. Is you buying me something? And he goes like, shit, baby, what do you want me to buy? And she's like, oh, for sure, you can touch me if you buy me something. And then he goes, nah, you know what, actually, I think you're cute. Would you want to go out with me? But I ain't buying you shit. And she's like, oh, you're not buying me shit? Then you can't touch me. This is what...
So does he associate all women like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does he think all women are like this? Like, aside from his fake girlfriend, who's, you know, like, we're talking like levels of manipulation comparable to Mr. Ian Idubbbs, right? Like, really manipulating his mind even. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like... He just has the worst view of women. So even in like cowboy times, like harlots were around everywhere. Some women just sell themselves. Like, okay, that's been around since forever, right? Like, so that, you know, this okay boomer LARPing is cringe.
Woman's worth is becoming. It's sad. It's really sad that you have women that have this mentality that a man should just be viewed as a piggy bank that gives you materialistic possessions. Like you're supposed to be some kind of robot, some kind of vending machine, you know, some kind of ATM that they just use for money.
And isn't this so ironic? he doesn't have a job and he's speaking like this. Well, Christian is on his old, looking for a boyfriend, free growth. Yeah. Yeah. And this is why he's a lol cow, right? Like, isn't this why we love him? Isn't this why we love him? Like, and here's where it gets even more controversial, and this is why he's so unreceptive and hates gays, right? Like, I'm not going to say 100% if there was an exchange of money or goods for the oral sex he received over Tinder with the transgender, but it happened. It happened, okay? So, like, he himself was on Tinder. Tinder is, I'm going to say, definitely in my youth, okay? I'm very young, all right? I'm very young. I'm 22, all right? So, but I know what Tinder is, and I know what I've used it for, and I know what he used it for, okay? So, um, he's a man whore himself. When Tanya leaves, he'll be one again.
But hey, welcome to the new times. New times. I think this is the end times. You know. On another note, though, I gotta admit, ever since the Abrahamic religions came out, I mean, not came out, ever since
And them
they came
Abrahamic
to
religions
be,
came out, that joint was cool.
whole of humanity, Muslims, Christians, Jews, all of them have been they've been saying for hundreds of years that the end times are near. It's just something people is always gonna say.
Bang, bang, skit, skit, nine tray. Yeah, the Red Sea was the
You
nine
know,
tray sea, baby.
it is what it is. I mean, that's just how it always gonna be.
Okay, so he's just about finished up here. That was some good.
People
That was
don't change.
rambling, so he
I
wasn't
mean, to an
underselling the video.
extent. To an extent.
Yeah. He won't do push-ups though. I tried to make him do push-ups. He won't do it. He doesn't like exercise.
That was really good. That was an amazing meal, guys.
Dang. A lot of
Just
Coca-Cola.
close this Tabasco.
All right. Very cool.
Tabasco pepper sauce.
Wow.
I recommend Tabasco.
I do
Those of y'all
too.
that don't know
We
what
can
it
agree
is.
on Tabasco. I love Tabasco. I don't know why he's, putting it in this. I do like me some spicy, but it does appear that he's never made like a comparable meal in his
Anyways,
life.
guys, I would really appreciate if you could leave a comment, leave a subscription, leave a like, share my channel,
Absolutely.
join the Discord
There we
server.
go. There's your like. I left my comment.
Adios, mi amigos.
Adios, amigo. All right. Very cool. Let's just let's pull another one up. Oh, shut up. Okay, let's put another one. I'm just gonna say like this is the most comparable situation. I can compare the fucking SHP's predicament. Like this is the most not comparable, comparable situation. Okay, this is what's happened. This is what's truly happened to him. Here we're gonna go ahead and click on this right here. Now you see this is National Geographic, so they know a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two, and it's actually Tanya's exist in many forms. And I'm completely convinced Tanya is a fungus.
Fungi and slime molds race to decompose dead matter on the forest floor. Many spread by releasing spores, up to 30,000 a second. If just one of these spores lands in the right place and takes root, it can colonize a whole new area.
So Copenhagen in this example.
But not all fungi feed on the dead.
And there's SHP. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down?
Days ago, a spore landed on this ant. Now she's acting strange. A network of roots has infiltrated her muscles.
See? You see these comparisons? SHP was a little bit bigger before he met Tanya. All those muscles have dwindled after meeting Tanya.
Her body has been taken over by cordyceps, a parasitic fungus. It floods her brain with chemicals, drugging her, compelling her to head where conditions are perfect.
And what's happening now? What's happening now? This ant right here, it's migrating, okay? And in the insect world, moving up a tree is the equivalent to moving across the world to Australia from Copenhagen.
Just the right amount of light.
Oh,
Just
shit.
the right amount of humidity for the parasite growing inside.
I know.
It forces her to clamp down in a death bite. And cordyceps reveals its gruesome nature.
Oh my god. And that's what's going to happen to Julius if he continues. Look at this, Julius. We're trying to help you.
After 3 weeks of growth,
Holy shit.
cordyceps can release its own spores, infecting more ants, releasing
gonna get
more
more.
spores, infecting more ants, releasing more spores, infecting more ants, infecting more ants, more ants. Cordyceps can wipe out entire ant colonies. But more than just ants are at risk.
Oh no.
There are over 600 species of cordyceps spread across the world.
In Australia too.
Most are found in jungles, where they prey on a whole host of victims.
And you're the next one, SHP. That simple. That simple. He just doesn't learn either. He just doesn't learn. All right, man. What else? What else we got here? So, like, here's the problem, too. And I know he did it for a reason. He took down the stream that said, like, he misspelt it. It was like burying. I know. You know, me and him are a hate-love relationship, where, like, I hate him and there is no love. But, I gotta say, man, like, he does need to get out of here. Like, he does need to quit it. Fucking SHP, dude. Fucking SHP, dude. He took down the stream. Because I think he knows that I'm gonna be restreaming it, right? So fine, fair. But, and I'll say it one more time here at the end of the stream. If your mother would love to be fined, wined, and dined, Mr. Julius, I have a passport. Um, it is a realistic possibility with maybe a little bit of talking, chatting up with your mother, that I could take her to a Copenhagen steakhouse. And this is all I want. This is all I want. Take her to a Copenhagen steakhouse. That's all I'm asking. And maybe a night we'll never forget. We'll go either the following day or the same day to a vineyard or a wine sampling place. I don't know, we'll sort things out if this continues, if anything comes of this, and we'll see. We'll see. But I'm doing two moves here, okay? I'm stopping you from fucking your mother like Tanya wants, of course, because there's a lot of comparisons to Chris Chan. I think she sees it. And also, it'll stop you from not having a father figure. And, I'm going to say three things. It'll stop you from beating your mother, too. Okay? Because I'm your Negan. You get what I'm saying? Like, you need me. You need me so that you don't beat your mother. Alrighty. Alrighty. With that being said, I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate my three loyal streamers, not streamers, but stream viewers. I love you guys. You guys have a great night tonight. Fuck Tanya, she's a fat pig. And SHP, come back to us, buddy. Get that fungus off your back. Get it. Just smack it, smack it. All right. Take care, boys.